my yoga mat, and as promised, we are going to repot our Thai constellation. I know a lot of us have trouble with these Thai constellations, these variegated monsteras, when it's just one leaf, right? So we're going to take it out of the water. Let's check and see. See that? But I did see a node at work, so I said it's time. It is time. I don't know if you guys can see this at the bottom here. Probably not, but it's okay because we're gonna put it in some soil now. All right. So what I always do is put a little bit of soil at the bottom before I plant anything. Look at that carpenter bee. Just hear him. So I put a little bit of soil in there, about that much. All right. And now we have to see, look at this, how much work these roots have been doing. Look at this. Crazy. Look at this. That's why I said I had to get this one live. Look at it. Look at these roots. Look at how healthy they are. How green and healthy, right? I don't have to do anything with them. So what I do is I just place it in there. I'm gonna move these roots out a little bit so that they can kind of go different ways. Always remember, you want to anchor your plant. That is what roots are for. To anchor your plant, always, right? So I'm gonna show you what it looks like when I'm finished anchoring. And we're not gonna put this entire plant all the way in, right? We start right there, just like that. We start just like that, and then we will start putting soil in. And I have a regular potting mix right here. And I also have orchid mix. They love that contrast between the soils. They like a loamy soil, but they also like that bark. They are a tropical plant. They are an epiphyte. Epiphyte. Look on my channel, guys. Look on here. I have a video on epiphyte. What is an epiphyte? Plants that grow in trees, in the nooks and crannies, in the canopies, things like that. So what's in canopies? It's a lot of debris, a lot of brush, a lot of decomposed matter, right? So here we go. We're gonna start it up. And always anchor, anchor, anchor. So what I do is get a handful of orchid bark, because I already put some potting soil in there. All right, just a handful. Get it nice in there, all right? Then we get the soil, handful of soil. Everything I do is hands-on in one. Everything I do, whenever I'm doing my plants. A lot of people have rules of how they plant and all of this type of thing is very spiritual for me. So, starting off with a little bit of soil, then we add some orchid bark. Bam, bam. Orchid bark, and then we're just gonna top it off with that soil. Keep going with the soil, keep going with the soil. I'm gonna show you, there we go. Still not all the way in there. And I'm gonna show y'all what we do with the crown, the base of our plants. It's very, very important that we do not cover the base of our plants with soil. Very, very important, especially with strawberries. And bearded irises, anything that is like a bulb or anything that you can see pronounced bulb coming out. Strawberry. What's the Latin for strawberry, guys? Fragaria. Fragaria. And I'm going to show you guys my strawberry soon. Okay, so we're still not finished. This plant is going to be at least up that high. But I'm going to show you how to anchor this, Very, very important. Anchoring your plants. Because that's how it's going to be. It's going to get mature eventually, right? So you want to place it exactly how it's going to be. And I'm going back and forth between orchid mix and regular potting soil, as you guys can see. Just 1, 2, 1, 2, until it's at the base. Thank you guys for coming in. I do appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna be doing a lot more videos like this. I have a lot more plants that need to be propagated. As you can see, I have so many more plants that have to be propagated and so much more to be done. This is just out here. So this is just out here. He has a jungle. Yes, he does. All right, here we go. So again, we're looking at what we did so far. This is just one leaf. One leaf. Do not be afraid. We're gonna do a video every day on this guy to show you guys how it's acclimating to the soil, how it's starting to anchor. It's very positive. Now, very important what we do now. Since the plant is just about there, since the soil is just about there where we want it to be, we're gonna start to manipulate that soil and start tamping the soil around the root. You see this? Because we're still gonna put a top layer, but I still tamp just to get that soil in there. And tamping is just pressing down on the soil just a little bit. You don't wanna make it so compact that it won't be able to get any water, right? Use your noggin. We're gonna use our noggin, all right? And then I'm gonna show you guys how to anchor this plant with one piece of bark, this orchid bark. That's why I love this orchid bark so much. Bam, booyah, booyah, a booyah. Okay. Now we're gonna top it off with some orchid mix. Now, I planted this guy about 3 times, and every time I put it in soil, it started acting funny. So I'm like, yo, and that's what we have to do sometimes. We don't give up on our plants. We don't give up on life, do we? We keep going. We keep pursuing. We keep trying to find out what the connecting piece is. So here we go again, add it with this plant. Now we're done. We don't need to add any more soil in there. But how do you anchor it? Look, it's still going crazy. Like, this is what we do. Bam, watch this. We take it, we anchor it how we want it to be. It's gonna be like that. And then we take a piece of the bark and just sit it right there, just like that, and kind of start sitting the bark around it, because we're gonna tamp it down again with soil. Look at that, that's what you do. You just make a island around it. You just put them thing around there, them orchid bark mix thing them around the plant like that, and you have to anchor the plant. You see that? And then you anchor in the plant. Look at that. This plant was just in a bottle of water. It's been in this water for like 2 months. Like 2 months. I'm trying to tell you something. All right. Now, just to get it in place, we're gonna put one more layer. I said we wasn't gonna do any more soil, but I feel like we need to. And we are making sure we do not cover the base of the plant with any soil. This is how things happen. Things that you don't want to happen will happen if you put soil around a newly planted plant, especially our tropical plants, especially our house plants. You do not want to do that, guys. Give it some time. Don't rush it. You see that? And then you just continuously, like I said with that bark, you just keep on anchoring it. You don't have to buy all these tools and all these things to anchor your new plants. You can utilize what you already have, which we always do here. Utilize what you already have. See, I come from North Philly, so we didn't have all of these kind of cool, you know, all these gadgets and things. I had to improvise all the time, improvise. And now I am able to get certain things and equipment, but I always tend to gear toward the organic way. Okay, so there we go, and that's done. I'm happy. I'll get one more, just like that, and just sit it up there. See that? Y'all see that? That is very, very important how I just sat that up there. This is how you want your crown to be, always showing. The roots on our tropical plants need to be in the soil. Everything else is above ground. Our tropical plants usually have those bulbs, like I said, strawberries too. usually have these bulbs. You want to keep the bulbs above the stem, above the soil, always. And next, what we will be doing is propagation on this baby right here. This is going to be a whole new plant. Now this is a variegated monstera. Amazing, just amazing. It's a beautiful, beautiful plant. Look at that. Look at that. Look at these aerial roots coming out. Very, very, very cool. So this is our next project. We're gonna do a propagation on this. I'm not sure how I wanna do it. If I want to take a cutting here, or if I wanna go down to there. Because what's gonna happen? It's always gonna regrow, right? It's going to come back. It's going to come back. This guy wants to be repotted too. And this is what's going on with it. That's the new growth. This is our Thai constellation right here. Just a beautiful bunch. Oh yeah, check out the azalea in bloom too. Awesome, awesome. So just to recap, this is what we did. We just repot our Thai constellation. It was in this bottle of water for a few months, and it just kept screaming and screaming to be in some soil. So here we go. And this is our next project, our variegated monstera that we will be doing. I don't know, I might decide to do it tonight. Go ahead and make the propagation. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna put that in this water. We're gonna change our water out right here because remember we have our, what? Our rainwater, our rainwater, our rainwater, all rainwater, all the rainwater. We collect that rainwater. These are daffodils right here, but I just put some life in here just to keep life going, to keep it living, all right? That's what we do. And that's what it's about, guys. That's what it's about. Any questions, any comments, go ahead and leave them. And it's so nice out that I'm going to leave these plants outside. I checked the weather. It's going to be pretty nice for a while now. I've seen it for all week. It's going to be really, really nice. And I'm going to be going to Philly this week. I have to go and pick up Pocahontas, pick up my dog. And I'm going to still leave them outside because I checked the weather and it said it's going to be cool. So it's cool. I'm cool. We cool. They cool. And we'll be back. That's just how we're going to do that. Now, I want you guys to just ingest what we just did. Now I'm tamping it down a little bit more. Always tamp, 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 tamp. Tamp, tamp. I'm just gonna place it right over here because this is where it's gonna live. It's gonna live right over here. See that? And another thing that we do to keep our plants anchored, and it's a very smart thing to do, if you don't want your plants to die and start wilting, you water them right after you plant them, right? Water your plants right after you plant them, and water the soil, guys. I always tell people, water the soil. I see people outside all the time watering their plants in the broad daylight. I'm like, what the? In the broad daylight, you just watering all these plants. What are you doing? No. First of all, you water at night, and you only water the soil. Very, very important. And when you've had your propagation or your plants in water, if it's a water propagation, you want to use the same water that it was in when you water your plant. The exact same one. That's very important. It's just like when you repot plants, you take a little bit of the soil that it was in. If you transplant something, if one of your friends say, hey, I have some rosemary, I have something for you. And what do? You don't just take all the soil away from the roots and clean it dry. No, you keep a lot of that soil. You take a little bit of it with it. That's very important. I'm just thinking of little things, and as I think, I'm gonna just shout it out. Any questions, go ahead and let me know. I do appreciate you guys being here on this live with us. I'm not sure if you can hear that carpenter bee, but it's doing some stuff. And I'll just show you guys. I'm gonna water this too. Some wandering Jew. We got some Peru. Look at that. Look at all that new growth. This is a Peru monstera. Monstera Peru. Monstera Peru. Monstera Peru. You see that? It's beautiful. You see that new growth? How did that happen? Why? How? Because I started making cuts. I started cutting away to promote this growth to come out. Look at that. All that growth to start coming out. Look at that pink princess over there. Look, we're gonna give her a little something, something, something. Look, as I told you guys to water the soil, what did I just do? Always water your soil. Look at these beautiful plants. Look at that. Look. Just phenomenal. Look at, just phenomenal. So this is what we do. Now I will go ahead and water this aerial root a little bit. Now later on, I'm gonna show you guys what I do with this, with a spray bottle. Very, very important. Utilizing a spray bottle is very, 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 very important. Why? Because we deal with tropical plants. And where do tropical plants usually live? In the tropics, right? In the subtropics, in the Amazon. Places where it's very, very humid, right? So we want to mimic its environment. We mimic a plant's environment. That's how you get the best looking plants on the block. That's how you win that competition. You see? You win that competition by doing it that way. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It took me forever to do this. It took me forever to do this. Like, so we're gonna rotate this plant too with the sun. Look, I'm gonna show y'all how we did. This is how we did. So we're gonna rotate it with the sun. Look, see that? And I'm gonna keep it right over here, closer to that azalea, just for some shade a little bit. It don't need too much right now. It's getting acclimated. It's gonna be very, very warm out here in Georgia. So that soil is gonna be very, very warm. All right, and we facing it away from the sun. The leaf is going away from the sun. Why? Because we want it to turn around. That's just what we do. That's what we do. That's how we do. And I know y'all just waiting. You can't wait for this one right here. For this tutorial, this propagation right here. This is the money cut. This is the propagation we are waiting for. And it's taken me so long because I don't want to do it at the wrong time. I want to do that propagation at the right time. And what do I mean by that? What do I mean by that? It's because there's still things happening, right? It's because these leaves are just coming out faster and faster and faster. The last leaf, which was this one, it only took a month for it to come out. This was like 3 weeks ago. Y'all remember? Y'all remember? Oh, look. Look at the carpenter. Look. They be chilling, y'all. They my friends. They my friends. They be chilling. A lot of people don't like them because of what they about to do, but I think this wood is treated, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think they're gonna be doing too much. So, like I said, any questions? I'm here. Don't be shy. You got the master. You got the guru right here. Don't be scared. All right? Don't be scared. I'm gonna go ahead and do my little cleanup. See that? Out here on a little patio right here. Giving thanks and praises. Dealing with plants. What more could you ask for? I mean, come on, seriously. If you're not understanding your craft and what you're supposed to be doing by now, I don't know what's up. There's so many people out here. I always talk about this on Reddit. I don't know if you guys are on Reddit, but I am too. Peace and plants. And I always talk about, it's very motivational on Reddit. I always speak about, just go do it. Do what you're supposed to be doing. Like, don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nobody stop you. Don't worry about the naysayers. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It sure is. I'll be right back. for the compost, I don't know exactly where I want to put it, but it's probably going to be in this left corner over here because of that shade. You always know about the compost. We know what we doing with the compost. We know we don't put it in the sun. That's lame. That's lame. We don't put our compost in the sun. We know what to do. We put it in the shade. And if we have to put it on concrete, we buy worms. We buy just a couple worms, because what they going to do? Breed and breed and breed and breed. There's going to be so many more worms in there, the microbes, the organisms, everything that's going to be helping to break down and decompose all this life for it to become compost. That's powerful. Now it's quiet time. I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna just be doing my thing. So y'all, what I'll see out my backyard here. Peace and plants, man. I surround myself by it, dog. I do. I surround myself by it. Look at them. That's what you hear. Surround myself by nature. This is the rainwater. Again, you don't have to be fancy all the time to get a rainwater bucket or whatever. You don't have to be all fancy, right? Get what you got. Utilize what you got. Improvise. Improvise. Improvise is very important. Try and get y'all to capture some stuff. It's always some beautiful birds that come. Trying to see where this joint, how to put this joint so y'all can capture the beauty out my backyard. Yeah. Let me see here. I'll try to snap it up on something like. Something like that. It's just that time for nature right now. I'm gonna do some espalier trees on this side. I don't know what inspired is, them trees, them one-dimensional trees. I'm gonna put it one here, one here. And I think I want to do a peach and a pear. I really like peaches and pears. So we're gonna do that probably next weekend, and I'll have this set up, and I'm gonna show you guys how we do it and how we train the branches and how easy it is. Not hard at all to do. Very, very easy. But right now it's just fall back time, chill. Talk to the trees, watch the trees, embrace the trees, be one with nature. This is my backyard. And the trees, I just went to a nursery in my neighborhood here, and the trees stand probably like about that high. They have some that are already expired, but why would we get those? I want to show you guys how to do it. So I'm gonna get some regular, about like 6 feet, probably like 5'8". Put one right here, one right here. The reason why I'm not gonna put one right here is because the base of this tree is gonna be right here. And what's gonna happen is we're gonna train it to go on the way over and stop right here. Because this is my fence. See? We're gonna plush this joint out to get a lot of shade back here, so we're gonna put a lot of ferns. Some will still be hellebores, my favorite hellebores. I'm gonna get a lot of them, a lot of the hellebores, and just kind of let it be a flourishing garden out back here. So go ahead and just listen to the birds and trees and nature. I need to collect some of that real quick, that rainwater. Just go ahead and get it ready, you know? And like I said, we improvise with everything. You don't need to have a special rain bucket, anything. Look, these were good. Clam is in here, y'all. That rainwater. It look nasty, but it's good. That's one. Put that water to some good use. I'm gonna just sit it out here. I'm more apt to water my plants with this rainwater and not wait for it to rain if it's already made and prepared. Like I said, it's just fallback time. I'm gonna go in real quick. Just go ahead and be one with nature. Listen to nature. It's a beautiful bird right now. Singing, talking. I don't know who they talking to, but it sounds nice. It's peaceful. I'll be back. bunch of this ivy growing over here. I really like it. I hope you know I like you. I like you growing here, so go ahead and keep growing. I know you on the other side of the fence, but don't be scared to come over. You're welcome. This azalea is about to bloom. It's about to pop, yo. It's about to pop. Look. This azalea is just magnificent. I love this azalea. It's probably gonna pop in a couple days. Look at these flowers. Every single branch, look. Every one. All these sticks. We're gonna put them to good use. Just need to find out where we're gonna put that compost. And most of these sticks can't be put in the compost because they're coming from these evergreen trees. And we know evergreens are very acidic. And the compost does not like acidity at all. We're gonna have to decipher to see which branches are which, to see which we can compost and which ones we can't. Very, very important. A lot of times people learn about compost and go compost crazy, boy. Start putting all kinds of stuff in that joint. You gotta be careful. No acidity, no limes, no lemons. Nothing like that. No oranges. None of that. Pineapples, all that stuff, no. None of that. Alkaline. Greens and browns. Greens and browns. Alkaline is important. You wanna know that. Anybody know anything you wanna know? Fall back, wind down time. white insert. I hope somebody enjoying this right here, this sound, this positivity, this peace, man. It's real, man. Make sure you're understanding what it's doing now. All that life, boy. I can't wait. This the one right here, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all gonna be like, what? Wait till I cut this joint. Get that joint rooting something crazy. Y'all gonna be like, what in the world? Because it's gonna give all this new growth. Look at this. See, I put that moss down here too. So it can start to protrude out. You see that white at the end? That's new root. That's new. That's new. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who came and enjoyed this live. The positivity, the trees, all this beauty. I'll be back. Like I said, later on I might do another live and do this variegated cutting. But if not, just stay posted. And yeah, much love, peace and plants.